Hello and welcome back for our Phoenix Glendale race recap.
It looked awesome.
I was there in person. It was a good time.
Dude, I think they said like 54,000 people.
It was, yeah. Well, what's insane is there's that many people and that stadium is so big.
And it didn't look...
Like the third row, like the upper section was like pretty empty, but the bottom two, it was packed, man. Yeah. It was a full house. You can tell those people have been waiting for people to see. Thank you for...
A lot of people there you ran into.
Yeah, saw a lot of people. We did the trivia down at the truck. A lot of people came and said hello and answered some trivia questions, so thank you if you did that. No, it was a blast. Saw a ton of people hit me up about fantasy, good and bad. We saw the memes that were coming in hot. So, no, it was overall, it was a good night of racing.
You got to run into the man, the myth, the legend, the Scooty Puffs.
I did. Saw the Scooty Puff Jr. Yes, I did. Saw Jim Hawley was there. No, it was a really cool weekend. It was a really cool vibe in the pits. So, yeah, and we had a good night of racing.
I liked it.
Thank you so much if you're joining us right now live on this video. We've got RJ Wageman calling in later, the brother to Robbie Wageman. Dude, check this out.
I'm glad these made it back.
Yeah, how good of a friend am I?
That is good. I was worried you were going to eat them. I mean, it'd be hard to hold on to these that long.
Well, I want to pocket that $20 for gas money. But, yeah, I talked to RJ at the races. I got Christian his bags of jerky. And RJ, he's raced at the highest level. He's racing 450 Supercross this year. The guy absolutely shreds on a dirt bike. He's going to be calling in. And, yeah, we'll get his thoughts on the races. Most importantly, probably Vince Friese. Let's talk about it.
Dude.
Got to do it. Anyway, that's right, Robert. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you. That's a good reminder.
Yeah. We only got to like 500 last round.
We need 1,000. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So Phoenix is done and dusted. Here are your results up here on the table. Eli Tomac, I put him in first early in the week. I did not take him out. I stuck to my guns, paid off. Tomac, Malcolm Stewart, Chase Sexton. I got Anderson right too. Two good picks. Ken Roczen, a quiet fifth. And Dean Wilson. Talk about this Dean Wilson man here.
Speaking of Dean Wilson, he was the top pick wild card this week. And
missed McElrath by one.
We had a big fan, RMFantasy SX player out there, hit us up. He was so pumped and excited to get Dino right. Do we have that ready?
What's up, Isaac?
And Dino was pumped about it, I think.
Hey, I heard you nailed your fantasy picks on the weekend. Good job. I have a jersey on the way to you. Keep up the good work. We'll chat to you later. Cheers.
So that's why he's a fan favorite, dude.
There you go.
Isaac's pumped, dude. Thanking Dino for getting him some fantasy points. And word got to Dino, and look at him. Send him personal video and getting him that sweet jersey.
And dude. Isaac, I understand, has been going through...
Looks like he's been having a heart transplant.
Yeah, some health things. So
rough times. So Dino's coming through, dude.
Props to Dino for that.
Big time.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, hey, look, this is why you want to be playing fantasy. You guys know we're giving away $100,000 worth of prizes throughout the year. We've still got those two brand new KTM Race Prep dirt bikes that are just sitting here looking purty, getting ready for those winners to pick up.
Yeah.
And we have our 90 or our 100 weekly prizes too. So shout out if you want a weekly prize. Comment right now. Tell us if you've ever won a weekly prize and when it was. We'd be kind of see what that is.
Even if it's a gift card.
Yeah, it doesn't
matter.
Show
out, dude.
You know how hard it is just to win a gift card?
Show up and show out with that thing. There's 100,000 people playing.
It's pretty good.
Let's see those prizes.
Well, hey, we got them up there. Christian, hit the people with some stats on picks this weekend.
All right, the stats were good. I'm happy to bring these this week.
Okay.
Average score, 49.78, highest of the year by far. Still no perfect scores, though. 0.08 had 5 picks correct. 38.52% had at least 2 picks correct. So pretty good.
I'm in there.
I would have had more if I wouldn't have violated the cardinal rule of changing them last minute, but 8.92% had the top 5 in their top 5 in some order. So people are getting close.
Yeah.
Like we said before, 20% had Wilson in the wild card. He was the most picked of all riders, so a lot of points there. This was interesting. 55% had Tomac to win. 25% had him in second, and he was in 98.37% of players' top 5 picks, which he should be. The Sexton kind of slipping back. His most picked position was third at 27%. Roczen, though, he's getting most picked in fourth at 23%. So
well, he only finished 1 spot off from there, so that's not bad.
I'm sure it'll go up a little bit.
Do you guys think it was Stewart that kind of messed up everyone's picks?
I think it was Anderson.
It was Anderson crashing because Anderson would have been on the podium if he hadn't have crashed. Sexton still, even with a really bad first main, still was able to land on the podium.
Yeah.
So
Marvin almost saved.
I don't think Mookie screwed things up too badly.
I'm just surprised that there's still no perfect picks.
Yeah.
I feel like Stewart maybe was the one that kind of
maybe Stewart in
mixed
second
it up.
is risky.
Yeah, maybe.
You can tell by the picks.
Let's see here. Barsh is still getting picked in the top 5 by 16% of players.
Yeah,
which,
look at Malcolm, dude.
What?
0.08% had him in second, and then almost 10 had him in the wild card.
Really?
So he was way off.
They're not listening to the stats on this man. He's top 5 material. Just put him in there.
Yep.
All right. Let's throw up the lap charts from the 3 main events. How about Eli Tomac in these starts?
Dude, I think we have
How
some
good is
memes
that?
about it.
We have a lot. Yeah, we do have a lot of memes on it.
There's emergency meetings going on in the other teams if he starts getting.
There's emergency meetings going on underneath an orange tent is what's going on right now.
Yeah, something.
Stewart got lucky for Glendale. Look, Musa Tor, you can't call it luck when the man rips off 3 good starts and runs in the top 3.
Looked hot too, and he put the pass on him.
Yeah,
like it was no thing.
Good job, Cody Wilkins got 83 points.
Look at that lap 1 though. That you got to see the Tomac on the top. My gosh.
And look at that. But look at Cooper Webb where he starts. Look where he finishes.
I know.
He went backwards in every single race.
It didn't look good.
Ferrandis did what he always does, was getting mediocre starts and then working up.
Yep.
But, yeah,
AP
it's
too banged up.
Yeah, not looking too great. But let's see the next race. There it is again. Look at that solid blue line all the way across the top. There's where Anderson went down. Yep. But even Anderson, after he went down, was still able to move up. But look at Webb again.
Oh, my gosh.
5th place after lap 1. Where'd he finish? 8th.
Fading hard.
He's getting caught and passed and dropped by these guys. Panic button is engaged
Moose
right now.
though, you got to give him credit. He did good. I picked him for the wild card, and he was looking good till the last main when he crashed.
Yeah, was looking good. And then 3rd lap chart, look at Chase Sexton doing what I honestly thought Chase was going to be.
He saved some picks.
Yeah. I felt like if there was one pick that was going to bite me, it was not putting Sexton in first, but Tomac came out and did what he needed to do.
Well, everyone's calling us fake news, too. We said Dean Wilson's going to be one of the top picks. The guy comes out, takes 9th in every main.
How are we fake news when the stat about the rider's best average position by lap 12, 4 out of 5 of those guys landed in the top 5, or maybe all 5, I don't know.
They roasted us hard. We can take it.
That's all right.
But the stats were pretty dialed.
We don't make up stats. You can call it fake news. It ain't fake stats, I'll tell you that much.
I was pretty crazy to me, though, that Dino takes 9th in every main.
Thanks, Cody. Cody came over and met me at the RM tent.
There you go, dude.
I like that. Marv is looking better than Cooper now.
Were they asking you for selfies? Did you get selfies?
A couple pictures in there, a couple selfies, little of this, little of that.
I like it.
Oh, Robert. Anstey injury caught up with him this weekend. Yeah, he wasn't looking too good. All right, well, look.
Hey, shouts to the Dr. JB on them charts, though.
Oh,
good stuff.
Yes, thank you. They're so good to look at because it gives you a good perception of, like, what the heck is going on?
Yep.
Okay. I like overall and weekly point leader top 10. So congratulations to AA Riz 176, 328 points. How many points do you have right now, Christian? I'm going to look at my total points.
I think I'm at like 142, which
I passed you?
Me. I know.
I'm at 151.
Dude, I would have had 3 picks and the wild card, changed them last minute.
This man has more than double my points.
I know.
It's all right. I'm like Webb. I'm just secretly laying low.
You only need one big
My
week.
panic button has been rung, though. Brop, 1996 at 327. And Bravis, 319.
You know what? I want one of them to call in. If you're in the top 10 overall, hit us up somewhere. We need you to call in and tell us what's going on.
All right. Yeah, I don't know.
So,
well, look, let's jump into it. Let's talk about some highlights here. Then we'll get into the whole Friese situation. We'll run a poll on that, and then we'll get RJ and get his thoughts on some other stuff. Race highlights, 250s. Did you guys see Carson Mumford's crash on Instagram?
Yeah, scary.
Or someone posted on YouTube. Look, I'm right here on the Suzuki. Dragon's back. Oh, see, that's what like Faulkner did when he got hurt really, really bad.
That's a scary one, dude.
Sounds like he's up and healthy, though. Pretty banged up, but that's a good question, Brad. I don't know how you get 328 points right now, but hey, 261. Nice job,
A lot of
Jackson.
skill, a little bit of luck.
All right, so Carson Mumford went down.
Yeah, that was scary.
Michael Mosman just having all sorts of issues all night long. He went down here on the start.
Oh, yeah, that's
and then gets stuck underneath his motorcycle.
This
he's lucky he didn't get burnt by his pipe, though. But
yeah.
So he's stuck there. And then Mosman went down again later on after the over-under. They did show
we
it.
have him walking back to
he just barely clipped the top there then.
This looks like me in the mornings.
Play that one more time, Josh.
Oh.
I just saw the aftermath.
Yeah, I'll replay in a second.
Okay. But right here, just clipped the back with his rear tire. I thought that was going to happen.
Nasty.
Surprised it didn't happen to more guys because they're coming over that just trying to get, scrub it as hard as they can.
That's me after I took the green bee to Mountain West one time.
Oh, my gosh.
Walking like that, dude. I was in pain.
The bee. All right, let's see. Okay, let's get to it. The biggest highlight of the night, Vince Friese taken out. We don't even need to ask if it was dirty or not dirty. It's on a scale of 1 to 1,000. How dirty was it?
They're not even going to use 1,000 anymore. They're going to just say from a scale of 1 to Friese.
Yeah, what's a good question to even ask in this poll? Because you can't say, is it dirty or not? How about, should Vince Friese have been disqualified, yes or no?
I'm disappointed.
Josh, can we run that one? Should Vince Friese have been disqualified? Because he wouldn't have had the meeting with Jeremy Albrecht and those guys.
Dude, he's way back there. Trips on the cord. Of course, our tough block's back there. It has to be involved somehow.
Vince Friese says racing incident. We got another Marv fanboy on here right now.
No, dude, I have given Friese the benefit of the doubt and kind of just stood up for him so many times.
Look, when
there's nothing I can do with that.
When Ricky Carmichael and Daniel Blair both on the broadcast say that was just unnecessary, stupid. Well, what do you like? I
mean, sometimes if you're just not at their level, you're going to make mistakes and cause problems for everyone around you.
I don't call that a mistake. Vince he's a.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Are you not that good?
Veteran rider.
Or does it really go through your brain, I'm going to hit him right here?
I don't know. That's the problems. I don't know what goes through your brain in that situation.
That's what I want to know. Did your brain say, yep, he's coming around the outside and I'm going to boot him off this track? Am I just holding on as best I can and it just seems to happen over? I don't know.
No, because he didn't have to go to the outside. He chose for that line. Craig was already past him. And it's Christian Craig passing you. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to pass the guy back and check out? There's just no excuse for that.
He's just lucky
maybe,
that wasn't Pike.
Maybe we need to look at the start again, and maybe Hunter slipped him a 5 or something,
Gosh.
Hunter's like, hey, Friese.
Dude, I don't know.
Just be glad Pike wasn't in the building.
81% of the votes right now are saying, about 80% are saying he should have been DQ'd.
Someone mentioned maybe a penalty, not DQ'd, and I mean, at least a penalty I think would probably be accurate.
Something, dude.
But a penalty is not good enough.
Didn't we have the meme of the blind refs?
Yeah. I'm sorry, but in that situation, it's the race leader, and you do something just so blatantly that puts you and dude, he took Christian off on concrete.
He's lucky he didn't get hurt more.
I know, in that situation where it's you could have caused serious harm.
If you're going airtime for 15, 20 feet, something bad is most likely going to happen.
I don't know.
He's lucky he got up after that.
The last time I remember someone getting black flag was actually Chad Reed when he took out Trey Kennard.
Yeah, I'm still pissed about it. Don't bring it up. I'm still pissed about it.
I don't know. We'll talk to RJ about it and see what his thoughts. Maybe he has a different take from an actual racer.
I can't stick up for the man anymore. I've done it too much.
Brutal.
That one's out there, dude.
Well, look.
We got someone in the chat whose name is Vince Friese.
Yeah, I talked about him earlier.
Love it.
All right. DQ and probation. Okay, well, let's get into 450 talk here. Let's talk about some of these highlights. First things, and we have a meme about this, Eli Tomac in starts. How good were they? And what's cool is, like, in the stadium, I was on the other side of that, so I couldn't see Tomac until he was out a little bit farther, and it felt so good to see that man rip hole shots when you haven't picked first for fantasy.
I knew he was going to rip down that start straight, but
I know.
not like that.
But look at the jump, though. Look at the jump, right? Boom, half bike length. You can't do that any better. That's a Vince Friese start right there.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
How glad are these guys that Friese's not in that class?
Oh, my gosh.
What chaos could he be causing in there?
So stoked. And then, look, Tomac ripped another start in the main two.
Looks laser focused.
Dude, so good.
Everyone's got to be really scared right now with that man.
Heck yeah. And then even the third main, he got a third place start. Like, he did not start outside the top 5 in all 3 starts. When was the last time
this one got sketchy, though? If you watch it again, I mean, there's some banging going on. Sexton catches something right there.
Yeah, but Tomac got a little bit of Mookie fever, but it's all right, though, dude. He still came out right there.
Yeah,
look at Webb in third. How'd that turn out?
It didn't last long.
Gosh. The question is, can he keep the starts going? Asked James Crawford.
I think he is. I think these long starts definitely help him.
Well, and I think once these riders start to rip off good starts like that consistently, they go to the gate knowing, I've done it. I'm just going to do it again. I feel like that's why Tomac was up there 3 times in a row. He ripped the first one and was like, cool. Eli for first for the rest of the season. Might not be a bad strategy.
Not a bad move.
I think honestly, at this point, I think Chase Sexton is still a title threat, but I think the one guy that's going to give Eli the most trouble is going to be Jason Anderson.
I agree.
If he can keep it on 2 wheels.
3, in my mind.
But the thing is, those guys can't let Tomac beat them. Like, it's like if Tomac's ahead of those guys, they're going to have to push. And when you push hard, that's when mistakes are made.
Yep. Tomac train is rolling, Jason.
It is.
I agree.
All right, what others here? How about Mookie Fever, though? Just looking really, really feisty.
Dude.
I mean, he's getting past Anderson right here, putting the pass on him. No, he looked really good. Not the same Malcolm that we've seen in the Whoops, but we'll talk about, that's kind of a bike thing I hear right now for KTM Husqvarna
I wouldn't
guys.
have ever bet him to do that to Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson getting around. What was with Kenny, though?
I don't know.
Just Kenny was not frisky.
Is
it a health issue? Is it mental?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
Kenny's kind of like, he's one of those riders where when people start to get by him, he kind of falls apart a little bit.
Moves over.
I really like this is Mookie's pass.
Yeah, watch Mookie get around him right here. Just kind of,
it looks effortless.
Right up the inside, but it just doesn't look like Kenny's willing to fight back for that spot. I don't know, man.
I don't like it, but
yeah, something's off with Kenny. I mean, he's still got 5th overall. You wouldn't think it, but
he's got to get good starts.
I don't know. It looks like the Honda Tough Blocks got the revenge on Anderson Anderson clearly needs to start putting his bike on a stand by himself.
Of all the Tough Blocks after last week.
It has to be Honda.
Somebody memed this one pretty good.
Yeah.
The Supercross gods.
But if you're Anderson right here, he's sitting there and he's like, okay, they're just getting his clutch lever going.
Yeah, this was
It's awkward. Like, pick your bike up.
Well, it's easy to armchair quarterback that one.
Okay, that's true. Anyway, kind of ironic, though, that it was him. Let's see what else here. Marvin Musquin went down. He had a little crash, little tip over in the corner.
Dude, I had him in the wild card. I hate to say it, but I was like happy for that. And then I wanted him farther back. But
you had him in the wild card?
Yeah, I mean, Aquatic was probably losing his mind on that one.
Oh, my gosh.
Sexton's crash was pretty crazy, too.
Yeah, he just comes in and just completely loses the front end.
Yeah.
That's what you get on a Supercross fork on a hard-packed, slick surface. When the thing does not move, you're going to push it pretty easy that good, or that way.
Oh, look at this gangsta.
Steve, we got him calling in soon. That's right. RJ Wageman will be hitting us up here in just a second. So that poll, obviously the vast majority of people think that it was that Friese should have been DQ'd. But I want to see how about Dylan Ferrandis? Do we have that crash, Josh? A lot of people, they didn't show this on TV, but right here, Dylan Ferrandis endoed.
Yeah, he's lucky to get about. Dude, he's barrel rolling out there.
I know, and that was like opening lap. They didn't show it on TV, though, so you didn't really know what was going on.
You just saw him DNF out after like not even lap 1. There's what happened.
That's just a bummer because that's like the least likely place that you'd have a crash that violent, Yeah. But he's okay.
He was looking good, too.
Kenny is done. He needs to retire Supercross. No. All right. Well, look, we've got RJ Wageman queued up and ready to go for our call. RJ, he is racing Supercross on a 450 at the highest level. This man's in the 24-hour race. His brother's racing 250s. They are absolute shredders in the RJ family. What's going on, RJ?
What's happening, guys? How we doing?
Oh, RJ, can you hear me?
Yep. I can hear
you.
There
you go. What's going on, my man?
What's up, guys? How we doing?
We're
Doing
good.
good.
Well, Christian's doing good. He's got
I'm
a
ready to
couple
tear up
bags of
this
jerky
jerky,
right
dude.
here.
I was glad to get that.
All right. I'm glad it made it home. Yeah, thanks for supporting eating our jerky.
I
No
know.
problem, dude.
We heard you had a little spike in jerky sales too when I was talking to you at Phoenix, and I don't want to toot a horn, but could it have been the fantasy
SXperts
show with
Nation come
Robbie
through?
calling in?
I like that.
It very well could have been. Yeah, jerky sales have been going off the charts lately for us. We've been really lucky. So, yeah, actually today, unfortunately for us, Sunday is kind of still a work day with cleaning everything up. So today is kind of our day, and I'll be on the computer all day trying to ship out as many orders as I can and making people happy.
That's good, dude. If
on.
someone doesn't like jerky, I can't trust them.
Well, go to, what is it? Eat our jerky, like just the letter R, right? eaturjerky.com is where you can get some of that good stuff, or just go see you guys in the pits. It is good.
Correct. Yep, eaturjerky.com, or come find us in the pits. We're definitely going to be in Anaheim this weekend, and then we're going to try and do some select East Coast rounds. We'll let you guys know via Instagram. But, yeah, Anaheim 3 this weekend. We'll be there. We got plenty of jerky on hands, and it's always cool to see people coming by and, yeah, talking about jerky.
I love
like
it.
it, dude.
And, hey, so you're racing 450s this year. You've been doing a little privateer status. How's the season going for you?
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, I started off at Anaheim 1 and I qualified 34th. And for me, I was like, all right, this is a good start. You know, not where I wanted to be, but I figured it's a good building point. From there, it kind of went a little downhill. It was tough. I just felt a little lost out there on the 450. The tracks are so much different than from what we practiced during the week and from what I was used to doing it many years on a 250. So struggled a bit for sure. But I feel like I turned it around a little bit last weekend. I actually had some positive things to talk about, and I qualified 34th again, which I know for Triple Crown doesn't mean much, but just for me and my confidence, I was pretty happy with that. I felt like I rode better. You know, I didn't make the Triple Crown, but the LCQ went well, and I passed some guys. I ended up 13th, and I actually felt like I raced for once. So, yeah, for me, definitely something to build off of. So excited about that, and it definitely has been a change to race the 450 class, but I'm enjoying it.
Well, dude, how gnarly is the 450 class? Like, jeez.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. I'm not usually one to be scared to race anybody or anything like that, but yeah, it's just a different level down there when you're on the line with those 450 guys. I mean, you know, everybody's like, oh, so many of these guys have won championships, and it is really cool, but I mean, we're all humans, so I gotta try to put that behind me. But yeah, those guys are gnarly and they take it to the next level. So yeah, just I'm definitely towards the back of the pack, and I don't want to be that far back, but trying to get better every week. And yeah, that's all I can do.
Right on. Well, hey, look, give us some of your insights on the racing this weekend. And the first thing we'll get out of the way is we did a poll earlier. We were talking about Vince Friese. You saw it. We were there. A lot of people think he should have been DQ'd. Give us your thoughts on it.
And yeah, I'll try to be pretty level-headed on this. I mean, both those guys are incredible. You cannot take anything away from Vince Friese. That's where it's really, really tough. I mean, the guy positions himself at the front of almost every single race he lines up for. So it's hard to take that away from him, but man, there's gotta be some sort of line drawn. I think just he's been doing it kind of for years where, you know, he's kind of known to ride that way, which is really tough.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other that kind of ride like that too. And it's hard. It's just such a fine line, but yeah, I feel like there definitely has got to be some sort of penalty, something that's going to maybe just wake him up to the point where he's like, man, I can't ride like that anymore. Whether it's being disqualified or potentially putting him on the bench for a few weeks, like, hey, you can't race, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw, but I think it was either the first or second main, he cross jumped Joe Shimoda pretty bad. And Joe, that's when he crashed into that rhythm after the finish. And it's just like an ongoing thing. So that's where it's kind of tough. It's not like, hey, this happens every now and then, or it's happened a couple times, but I mean, it's happened for as long as we can all remember. So yeah, I think they got to do something about it. I mean, it was pretty violent, and Christian's pretty lucky. He launched, you know, that was a pretty terrible spot to crash. And just luckily it's okay. But yeah, I think it's safe to say there should be something enforced after that.
But okay, so
more than probation. Probation ain't scaring these guys.
As a rider, I don't think it does. As a rider, though, you've been in situations where I'm sure you and every rider has made split second decisions where you regret it afterwards. You're like, that just wasn't a good, choice in the moment. Like, look at Anderson and Kenny. If Anderson could take that back, I'm sure he would. But in that situation, do you think there's any, you think Friese just made a bad, I don't feel like Friese is going in there saying, I want to punt Christian off the track. But obviously he felt, well, I guess I don't know. In that situation, do you think Friese comes off the track thinking that was just a bad decision, or
he's gonna get some heat after that move? I think it's hard as a racer. You put your helmet on and you want to win, and I think with Vince coming from the 450 all those years and doing honestly really well on a 450,
yeah,
he was kind of an 8th to 12th place guy at times, and that's stellar. So I think with him moving down to the 250, he wants to be a podium guy, and
right.
I mean, he's fast. So I think on one hand, he puts himself out front, and he knows if possibly he could lead those guys for 3 to 5 laps, he's going to put himself in that position to probably podium. So
sure.
Opening lap, I think we as racers all know the opening laps are so important, especially the first lap. So yeah, he's going to try and do whatever it takes to stay in the lead. And I don't blame him on that. But man, when somebody has a fender on you going into the corner, it's kind of hard. Naturally at times you got to let him have it. But
right.
It's, he's on the track. We're not. And yeah, bad.
I'll tell you what, though, it's probably a good thing you didn't podium overall for the night, because that crowd, because the 250 podium speech is, the stadium's still full, and I do not want to hear what that stadium would have been like if Vince Friese is up on the podium.
I just would have wanted to see the picture of them holding the trophies next to each other.
Oh, my gosh. All right, well, hey, RJ, what about Cooper Webb? If you had a panic button right now, and you're Red Bull KTM, are you hitting it?
No, I don't think so, man. It's funny. That's I don't know why, but Cooper Webb's my favorite racer. He just is. So
because he's a boss.
Yeah, just my guy. I don't really know him that well, or never had any sort of friendship with him or anything like that. But Cooper's just my guy. I really love watching him ride. I like how confident he is, and he just owns up to it. So Cooper's my guy. I still got a lot for him here. We're only 5, and so I'm not worried. I personally would like to see him win it again. I love the way he rides. So not yet. I don't think there's anything to panic about yet. I think there's some things that naturally he's got to find something. He's just missing a little edge.
Right.
So definitely get through Anaheim, and then once you start heading east, I think the tracks get a little bit gnarlier, get a little bit ruddier, and I feel like that's where he excels more of.
True.
I mean, he's there, but I do feel like he excels a little bit more on the East Coast, so we'll see. But yeah, we're not panicking yet, man. Webb wagon, we're waiting.
I picked him for the title to win, and I'm I got to stick to what I said. But I'm nervous. Last week I was like, I'm nervous. But the thing is, though, watching the races when Webb gets an 8th, I was just thinking about this morning. I'm like, look at the guys ahead of him.
I know.
Every single guy ahead of Webb when he gets even an 8th is gnarly. There's
no gimmies.
No. So, yeah, hopefully they get the bike sorted out for Webb and just a whole championship standpoint, because I want to see this thing come down to the wire at the very end. And
yeah. No, I think it will. I was actually watching main event 2. I think Cooper got a pretty good start. He almost thought of, I think it was main event 2 is where he almost whole shotted, and who would have thought Tomac would whole shot 2 main events in a row? That's crazy. So definitely something I think we need to be a little scared about. I think when Eli catches fire, he's one to go on a little tear. So
yeah,
that was huge. But yeah, Cooper, I think main event 2, he was maybe 5th or 6th, and I thought for sure he was going to pass Marvin. And Marvin actually kind of checked out from him, and then Barsha ended up getting him, and I believe Ferrandis ended up getting him that main. And I was like, oh man,
yeah,
went 8.85. But I don't think he's done yet, and I don't personally, I really don't think he's worried. I'm sure he's not happy, but this just motivates Cooper Webb to be even better. So yeah, he's gonna win a few of these things. We just got to be patient with him.
Fair
Sure.
enough.
I mean, he'd come out win the next 3, and we'd be like, "What were we panicking about?" And not be
Exactly.
that surprised. So
Yeah. I don't
So
know. But with Tomac getting 3 good starts like that, as a racer, I would imagine that confidence starts-wise, Tomac's got to be feeling pretty good. Personally, I feel like once you start getting good starts, you start to kind of expect that good start. And so if you're Tomac, that's another one thing that the field should be worried about if he starts ripping off top 5 starts consistently like that.
yeah, Tomac, the last 2 weekends, he has been on it. I mean, honestly, I feel like him and Anderson have been kind of the two that have been outstanding in my eyes from watching from the stands.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Sexton's riding really well. Plessinger had a good ride there in Oakland. I mean, all those guys are ripping. Barsha had a couple good rides right there at the beginning. They're all going fast. But yeah, I mean, for whatever reason, I feel like Anderson and Tomac have been our 2 standouts so far in the 450 class.
Do you feel like Sexton could get this thing done, or do you feel like he has a little bit of learning left to go?
I do. I mean, I think Sexton's got that raw speed. I love the way he rides a bike. I really do. We were talking about him a lot at Anaheim too. The way he doesn't
efficient.
Yeah, like you're like, oh man, when is Sexton going to throw down a heater? And then you're like, what the heck? He's top of the board.
yeah,
Exactly.
But yeah, no doubt that Chase Sexton is really fast, has crazy raw speed. I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys saw this weekend in Arizona. And this weekend in Arizona, after the finish, he went left and he went triple, quad, triple, which nobody did except Chase.
When he was leading, when he didn't have to.
Come from, and from riding the track, you cannot see over that. So it's like, how do you even gauge that? Beast, but man, he makes some weird mistakes. Like, I feel like he's done that even kind of in his 250 career. So I feel like if he massages that out where he gets rid of just those weird little mistakes, like he'll be a guy to be there every weekend. But for whatever reason, he just kind of has those small little tip overs or like a little, case of a rhythm, just something where I got to be perfect in that 450 class.
Interesting. Well, it'd be good, I think. All right. So moving on to this next round, we're going back to Anaheim. If you had to pick your podium right now, who would you pick? Are you on? I know you're on the Webb wagon, but you can't just throw him in first, right? Are you on the Tomac train for first right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of talking about how Chase Sexton has those little mistakes. I mean, Anderson's had a couple of those too, like even this last weekend where how he jumped into that tough block.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so ruddy and so gnarly. And that triple section, however many triples you did, and was so gnarly.
You had to get that perfect.
Yeah, to make a little error and coming out of that corner with those ruts. I mean, I understand, but yeah, I think we got to be scared of Anderson for sure. I mean, he's riding really, really well. I feel like he's riding like he did back when he was hungry for that title in 2018. So yeah, I think Anderson and Tomac are for sure on the podium. I'd love to see Cooper Webb knock on the door and be right back up there and maybe third or fourth. That would be cool. But yeah, to win, man, it'd be tough for me not to go with Anderson. Like, I feel like Anderson's just hungry, and I feel like he'd win this lot there. He's going to win in Anaheim.
All right. I've got him picked for so right now, as my pick stand, I have Anderson picked for first.
Okay.
He probably, I do.
He burned me last week.
Speaking of like that rhythm section we were talking about, this kind of going back to Webb though. I don't know how you feel about it, but watching Webb, he just doesn't look like he's like the timing and stuff has been good either. Like that 3-3-3-3, whatever you going out of the stadium in the stand, I saw him mess that section up multiple times with dudes passing him. So I don't know if it's do you think it's more of a bike issue than mental for Webb?
Oh man, that's a good question. I have heard throughout the paddock that, they're like, there's rumor about the bike, but then I also heard preseason that they were loving the bike. So I just think it is a bike. And I think that, they're come race day, it's really hard for us to practice race conditions. So I think they're just kind of making some changes as they go, and they're just getting everybody happy. But that triple out of the corner, like when we walked the track in the morning, obviously I'm like, okay, I know this is doable, but this is so big. I wish more people could walk the track and see how gnarly it gets, especially how ruddy it is. And those guys on 450s, they turn at the bottom of the corners and still triple out, which is just incredible. I mean, it really is. Watching from the stands doesn't do it justice. So I think it could have been a little bit of, wheel spin for Cooper or something like that, maybe why he wasn't nailing it every lap. But I mean, he's plenty good enough. He didn't just get lucky 2 years to win that 450 championship.
Right.
So, I just think maybe it's just a few things setup wise, but yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back on top.
I like that.
I do like that. All right. He's not losing faith in the Webb train, right? Or the Webb wagon.
I don't want to either. I mean, I'm getting worried. But
I'm not going to stick him in my top 5 picks until I see like 2 consistent finishes in the top 5. Then it's like, all right, he's feeling good on the bike. All right. So last thing we want to talk about, RJ, and we've talked about it with your brother a little bit, but 24 hours at Glen Helen. This man is a legend.
On the 24 hours of Glen Helen train. I like it.
Dude, it's so good. RJ was there. His pro team was leading the race for like 22 hours of it. And then they were having a clutch problem and ended up losing the last couple hours. You guys did a video on the 24-hour race. If you guys haven't yet, go check out these guys. It's their YouTube channel. Give the actual name of your YouTube channel, RJ.
Yeah, definitely. Check us out on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is called Wageman Bros. So
it's good.
Dude, I love it. It's one of my favorite things to watch. Yeah. I mean, these dudes are so funny. Like, I've been waiting for the Twisted Tea onesie to come back out.
The onesie.
That thing had me dying, dude. These guys have too much fun out there. That's why I like them.
Well, all I'm saying is that if anyone watching this show, if you've never done the 24-hour race, go watch that. You can watch our series. You owe it to yourself once in your life to make the trek and go do it because it was so much fun.
No, I totally agree. I think the 24 hours of Glen Helen is an awesome race. It's 24 hours of racing, so you never know what could happen. And a lot of it is just keeping the bike on 2 wheels. I mean, it really never ends until that checkered flag is over because you could be leading whatever class you're in and you could get the white flag. Still got a 20-minute lap to go.
That's true.
It's cruiser in because especially like on the pro, it's one bike. 4 riders. Not only are you trying to go as fast as you can, and we had an incredibly fast team this year with Colt Neck and Giacomo Redondi, Nick Stover. All those guys were on it, but you also have to be careful and save that bike. So there's a lot that goes into it. But I tried to do a little vlog on that. Our friend Justin Karen has been helping us a lot with our vlogs lately, especially at Supercross. So
okay.
Check out our YouTube channel. Got a lot of fun stuff on there, especially we've been vlogging press days at Supercross, and then we do a race day vlog as well. And
there he goes.
Did we lose him?
Yeah, we lost him.
Oh, dang it, dude.
RJ.
All I know is you have to check out those vlogs. Those are so fun.
Well, if we can get him back on, we'll say our goodbyes. All right. Well, anyway, let's get on with it then. So remember, go to eatourjerky.com for RJ. Go buy some of his jerky. Support it.
Support some
Watch
good
the
dudes and
Wageman
get
Bros.
Jerky. I mean, what's better than that?
Nothing. Nothing's better than jerky. All right. Well, hey, look. Someone asked, are the Rocky Mountain Boys on the new or old bike? And they're on the previous generation frame. So they haven't been having some of these new bike difficulties that we've seen that Red Bull's been having. So
they'll iron it out. They'll figure it out.
All right.
I think we got him back. Let me just.
Do we have him back?
Let's see.
Let's try it. There he is,
dude.
Exit stage right. Like
took off.
I got cut.
Oh, well, look, man. We were just gonna say, give us your podium for the weekend. I know you talked about Anderson winning, but give us your podium if you're making your fantasy picks right now.
Oh man, that's so tough. I really want to see Kenny get back up there, so I'm gonna go with Jason Anderson to win the 450 class, second Ken Roczen, and I'll go third Cooper Webb.
No Tomac.
I think Tomac's gonna be right there, fourth, Sexton fifth. Let's just keep going. Looky sixth. I mean, those are gonna dice it up. But I think there's a lot of speed coming from Malcolm Stewart. So it's so tough to pick a podium. But if I had to pick, I'm gonna go with that right now. Anderson, Kenny, and then Cooper Webb in third.
Scary thing is, you just made 2 picks off of your gut. No stats involved, man. So we'll see how it works out for you.
Usually that works better. Who knows?
It's awesome. It really is all about a start. I mean, all those guys are safe. All their bikes are sweet. They all train really hard. So it's just really going to be about a start. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm going to go with.
Okay.
I've got a question for RJ as well. Hey, RJ, so just For anyone else that rides out there, and just even for you in your career, what is the next step for you? Like where you're at now with Supercross, what is it for you that's going to take you into the next level? Is it more of like a fitness and training? Is it more time on the bike? What are you like taking on to take your career to the next level?
Yeah, I think for me, I mean, every year I feel like for Supercross, like I start a little late. This year, I really noticed it the most. Like I got all my suspension done and bike ready to go. The 1st of December is when I got everything built. And I just think I was a little late to the party this year, especially hopping on the 450. I feel like if I were on a 250, maybe would be not easier, but as far as track condition goes, I'd have a little bit better setup, where this year I feel like I've been chasing myself a little bit. So starting earlier for me would probably be better. It is a little hard when you're doing it on your own, though. I mean, I feel like I've done the best I could with the time I had, but yeah, I ride year round, but riding outdoors and all that kind of stuff, and then transitioning into Supercross is where it's tough. So I feel like I had like a solid month, don't get me wrong, but the first 2 weeks were like, hey, I'm just kind of getting the flow and, making very small gains to being better versus, like week 3 and 4 is when you actually start putting down motos and feeling better. So as far as for getting better in Supercross, it's just consistency for me. That's why I feel like, and I hope that, Anaheim 3 goes like this last weekend went, but I just feel like in Arizona, I finally felt like I could ride. I could actually race, I felt comfortable doing the rhythms. I felt like when I was in the air, like I had bike control. I was like, gosh, why can't I ride all the time? But yeah, for me, yeah, that's just need to be a little bit more prepared and just spend more time on Supercross. It is a lot different than, your everyday outdoor motocross. So
here's a question. And I just, for my own curiosity, I'm sure a lot of people want to know as well, but going from motocross to Supercross, I'm sure a lot of people, a dream would be like hop on an actual Supercross motorcycle because everyone wants to know what the suspension's like. So if you could summarize, like, what is different about, obviously everyone knows it's stiffer, but going from motocross to Supercross, like what are the biggest differences in your suspension that people might not know about? Is it just how firm and how fast it ramps up so you don't bottom out in transitions? Like what is it? What is so different about it?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that's definitely one of the key points is having a stiff setup that when you do jump through these transitions, you're not bottoming out and it's not something that's going to shoot you over the bars. So as far as setup goes, that's super key. It's really key to have something that works well through the whoops. Every section of whoops we've had this year, I feel like has been different. I feel like a lot of people could agree. It's just dirt wise and the way they get torn up. So something that works well in the whoops and having something that you feel confident that you could over jump or even, come up a little short and what we kind of call is hanging the rear wheel on the landing.
Yeah.
And still comfortable to then do another big obstacle after that. So suspension is super key. And then it's just also a little bit strange. You see a lot of guys, they'll push the front end in corners because the fork doesn't move as much. So
Sexton and that sweeper this weekend.
Exactly. You're not using the top part of the stroke as much. You're really relying on, front end grip feel with that tire. So it is a bit different for sure. But I mean, that's why just setup is really key. But yeah, Supercross, you got to have the right suspension when you ride a Supercross track. Everything is so sharp and so peaky. The transitions, I don't know if you guys can tell, but sometimes we refer to them as like being shaped like a box, like they're really square.
Yeah.
And that suspension is really, really key.
And when you talk about going through the whoops and having the right setup for the whoops, like what is it? It's like between a bike that's good through the whoops and one that isn't. Is it your shock setting so you're not getting side to side, or you're just getting the drive forward? Like what is it you're looking for?
Yeah, I would recommend. A lot of it is rider as well, especially through the
technique.
You got to have good technique. You got to have speed. Momentum is your friend. The faster you go, it's hard for me to preach this, but the faster you go, the easier it is. You stay on top of those things. Right. It's life a lot easier. But yeah, if you don't have the right shock set up and it's potentially packing, when you hit that next whoop, it could have a weird, unload feeling to it. And you could either get bucked up or that side to side feeling. You want to keep that thing straight and planted and make good track. So that's super key.
Interesting.
Yeah,
well,
that's good stuff.
It is good. Now, I'm a suspension junkie. I always want to it must feel like, and I heard too, because I had a friend that raced Supercross here in Utah. Did you ever know Landon Powell?
I am not familiar with
Okay,
him, no.
good friend of mine here in the U.S. I raced 250s back in the day, but he was saying that too, that like your suspension has a very dead feel because you want it to shoot you forward through the rhythm lanes. You don't want to get a spring and go too high. So it's kind of interesting talking to him about it.
Very true. Yeah, you don't want to be sprung up in the air, and I mean that's just you're wasting time on a Supercross track. The lower you stay, the better it is. So yeah, you want to push through those transitions and stay low, but also obviously you still want to clear the obstacle.
Sure. Right on. Well, look, man, RJ, we appreciate you calling in, taking time out of your day. We know you're busy, getting ready for Anaheim 3. Go to eatourjerky.com. Check out the Wageman Bros YouTube channel.
Dude, I love the Wageman Bros.
Yeah, it's probably my new fave, dude. Just seeing all the banter, I love it.
Yep.
All right, RJ, go ahead.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thank you for coming on. Good luck this week in A3. Put that bike in the main event, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks, guys. We'll be in touch, and we'll see you at the races.
All right, we'll see ya.
All right, thank you.
Boom.
I'm just saying, nobody has more fun than those two dudes over there.
It's pretty good. All right, everyone, if you're watching this, cheer on RJ this weekend. Send us some shout-outs on Instagram. Good guy. First time I'd met him was this weekend, and super good guy.
Just seemed like a down-to-earth dude. That's
Sounds like I feel like if he brings the mustache back, he'd probably
could
put it in the
add
main.
some HP.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Some HP. All right, well, look, let's talk about prizes real quick. Remember, if you're joining this a little bit late.
Whoa.
What happened?
We got to pick the meme winner, dude.
Oh,
Jumping
sorry.
the
I
gate
thought
on
we'd
us,
already
bro.
done that. Yeah, we haven't even done memes yet. This is what we look forward to the
Jump
most.
the gate.
Throw them up. I'm
which-
sorry. I
Which one? Are you
apologize.
going to show the winner, or are we going to
Let's just go through.
First?
This one was good.
That one made me actually laugh
It's
out
very
loud.
funny.
Oh, that's
Oh, what do we have up there next? This was probably one of my favorites, too. I'm going to say this one right now was in the conversation. That's how I felt.
Hey, everybody made
going
that comeback.
Going into Glendale, that's how I felt right there. What else we got? Anderson takes out Roczen.
This one was good.
Tough Block gets the revenge.
Yeah, the Honda gods. We got you, Kenny.
Oh, my gosh.
Of all the tough
Of all
blocks.
the at least it wasn't Rocky Mountain Tough Blocks.
I'm sure they were near.
Ah, this one's good.
It's so true, dude. They don't want to talk about it at all.
Well, it's kind of funny talking to Zach Osborne. He's like, yeah, now that I'm not racing it, they're great. Yeah. Burns. Your
Once
favorite
again
politician,
asking
dude.
for you to remove my not remove my license. No, definitely
This
not
one
my
was good.
favorite.
This is
Craig
one of my favorites. With
going
the
for a
Friese
Triple
thing.
Crown sweep.
That one's good.
Freaking Kanye.
This one just makes too much sense.
It
You
is.
know it's true.
Well,
Like,
yeah, we
gotta
talked
talk
about it.
We got to talk. Let's get all the teams together. This ain't gonna be good.
I don't know, Vince Vries. How are we going to roast him? Well, he roasts himself. I'm
This
just
one-
here for the memes, says Curtis.
This one's pretty good. The three fingers go. It's so true. You don't know who to pick to win out of those three at
yeah.
this point.
What else do we got up there?
This
This
is one
is-
of my favorites.
Another one, the 4 stages of Fantasy Supercross.
I was like that, but at myself. Why did I change my picks so bad?
I stuck to my guns.
Saw that one last week. Still a
Yeah,
classic.
that one's still a good one. This one.
Yeah, we didn't
Daniel
talk about this
Blair's-
one last week. This
We
one's
didn't?
funny if you watch Daniel Blair's
Man, I'm too old to
breakdown.
read that.
You can't
It
read
says
it.
holding the
Lost
mic
glasses.
where they can hear the rider, hold the mic where they can hear me.
Yeah. Well, Daniel Blair was like, in his Blair's breakdown, he kept like doing the opposite of who was talking. So
Dude,
it was hard to hear.
everybody's so critical of these people.
There are so many good ones. So if you haven't yet, look, the link to the Discord's in the description of the video. Go check that out. Because there's so that one was used a lot last year. It's pretty good. I won my age group. The link to the Discord's in the description. Go check it out because you can post your memes.
Yeah.
There's a chat that we always have going on our race day, which is fun.
It's always flowing
Yeah.
in there. You're missing out. if
Oh,
you ain't
dude,
in
it's
there.
so good. Ferrandis does run high handlebars. I don't know why, but he really does. He runs ape hangers. Dylan, I will not be at A3. The next race I will be at is Atlanta. So, and also, we got to do ticket giveaway.
Which round?
So,
you got?
well, what's after? Last time we did Minneapolis. What's after Minneapolis? Oh, I'm losing control here. Christian's going to look that up. Wow. All right. Should we pick the winner now? This one was good. That one we saw. That was, yeah. I'm glad to hear they can't take out my fantasy picks.
You got Arlington up next.
All right, so look, if you're going to be at Arlington Supercross, comment below after this video, not live, but in the comment section below. Comment and say if you're going to be at Arlington and how many tickets you would like to have. And with that being said, let's pick our giveaway winner. It's up on the screen. Here it is right here. Tomac rips a whole shot. It's been 84 years.
That one's too much.
It is too good because it's so. Who picked that one? Whose freaking meme was that?
Yeah, let me look it up real quick.
We're going to look it up. But if you made this meme, you are the winner for the meme contest for the week. It's so good. All right.
If you're in the chat, holler at us.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up real quick.
Look at that. Sarah Regan, I have a feeling that you did the Taylor Swift meme.
King Cyclops.
King Cyclops. I like it. King Cyclops for the win.
Dude, the memes are so good. Someone even roasted us. Why didn't we get that one up there? The fake news network. That was
talked about it.
Dude.
Well, look, King Cyclops, if you are watching this video before or after, comment below after this video, and we will get to you and get your jersey and hear what you're taking home, my friend. We've got a Max and Steve signed Fly Racing jersey.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's got all the logos on there. Boo. Yeah.
Look good in the man cave.
Yeah, so that's why you want to be watching this show so you can find your chance to win or get your chance to win some cool stuff like this because we're going to be doing more throughout the year. Oh, nope, not me, but it is funny. I agree. All right, well, look, let's wrap it up. Remember, comment if you want to get tickets to Arlington. Let's talk about prizes that are up for grabs and why you want to be playing. Weekly prizes this week. You want to do it, Christian? You want me?
Well, first place this week's going to get a Shoei VFX Evo helmet. Huge. $700 helmet. Second place, Ogio Wheeled Rig 9800 gear bag. Anyone could use one of those. Then we got 7 Gear Casual Spending Spree, Fly Racing Jersey Pants and Gloves. Bridgestone Battlecross tires set, a Cherubies $250 spending spree, Rhino Power Essential Power Package. Everybody needs that. Kit from Torque One with handlebars, grips, and levers. Motul Slacker Digital Suspension Tuner.
Yeah.
With wireless remote and
Okay.
case, and a Fox V1 helmet, and then $10 Rocky Mountain gift cards.
I like it. And look, we got some people up here saying their meme didn't make it up there. Well, hey, there's a lot of them that go into it, so we apologize if your meme wasn't up there, but keep submitting them because we're going to be showing them each and every week because it's one of our favorite things to do. So keep putting up the memes. We'll get to them. All right, let's talk about grand prizes here. First place grand prize, you all know it. You get a brand new 450 SXF race prepped. Second place, you're getting the brand new race prep 250 SXF, and then we go into a whole bunch more. Where'd they go?
You got tires, Dunlop tires for a year.
My sheet doesn't have them. Let me find them here.
You got $3,000
Keep
Rocky
going.
Mountain spending spree.
There we go. Yes, we got Rocky Mountain spending spree with those Dunlop tires. What else? Fifth place, Alpine Stars casual gear package spending spree. Sixth place, Motul package. They make the best tools out there. Seventh place, we got Fly Racing gear package. Eighth, you got Stay 6 Cycles coming in with some accessories as well. Ninth place, Milestone video games. And a whole bunch.
TV.
Console and TV. And 10th place, $1,000 Oakley spending spree. Get you some sunglasses, some air brakes, whatever it might be.
Huge prizes.
Always the best. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone who tuned in for this show. We had an absolute blast. Again, thank you to RJ Wageman for calling in.
And Dino, dude. That's huge.
Dean Wilson, that is
Hooking
huge.
up Isaac with the sweet signed jersey and personal video.
Well, let's see here. So,
That's
give me.
big time.
Do you have a podium picked out right now?
No, I haven't submitted.
You haven't made any
I'm
picks?
still reeling.
Do you guys want to know my picks are right now tentatively? Here's what I got right here. I'll just say.
Trying to play the long game?
I'm going to try and play the long game. I've got Jason Anderson, Eli Tomac, Chase Sexton, Malcolm Stewart, Dylan Ferrandis. Somehow I have Tyler Bowers at 14th. I did not mean to do that.
You're just picking Tyler Bowers?
No,
You
I'm
know
not.
something
I'm
we
not.
know?
I'm probably going to
What's
go Max
going on
Anstey,
there?
14th place. All right. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check us out Mondays and Thursdays, 12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Get that link to the Discord in the description.
Yep.
Go do the memes. Chat with us on race day. We have an absolute blast. And that's all I got until
There you go.
Thursday.
Nathan
Christian?
says get Deegan on here. Use your connects.
Which one? Brian Deegan? Hayden
I think you
Deegan?
just do with any Deegan at this point.
Last name with Deegan in it?
They all like celebrities.
No, they all do. All right, I like it. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Had a blast today, and we will see you on Thursday.